Alright, let's dive into something that's been buzzing in the wrestling world lately, and trust me, it's not your typical match review kind of deal. We're talking about Chad Gable, or should I say, El Grande Americano, and his recent mask vs. mask match at AAA Noche de los Grandes. But here's the twist: this isn't just about the match itself. It's about the reaction to it, and how Gable handled something most of us would probably crave: universal praise. Personally, I think this story is a goldmine for understanding the psychology of success in wrestling, and maybe even in life. So, let's start with the hook. Chad Gable, a guy who's no stranger to hard work and technical precision, steps into a match that's not just critically acclaimed but also commercially successful. You'd think he'd be on cloud nine, right? Wrong. Gable admits the praise made him uncomfortable. Now, that's fascinating. In an industry where validation is often the currency, why would someone feel uneasy about being celebrated? What makes this really interesting is that it's not just fans praising him, it's his peers, the people whose opinions he values most. And that's where the story gets layered. From my perspective, Gable's reaction speaks to a deeper truth about success. It's not just about achieving something great, it's about how you carry that achievement. Gable's discomfort isn't a sign of humility for humility's sake, it's a reflection of his mindset. He's someone who's been taught to value respect over praise, to seek growth over glory. And that's a rare trait in a world where the spotlight often feels like the ultimate prize. One thing that immediately stands out is how he mentions sweating when people complimented him in person. That's not just awkwardness, it's the tension between wanting validation and feeling unworthy of it. It's human, and it's relatable. But here's where it gets even more intriguing: Gable wasn't just praised for the match itself, he was praised for reigniting people's love for wrestling. In my opinion, that's the highest compliment you can get in this business. Wrestling isn't just about moves and storylines, it's about emotion, connection, and nostalgia. When Gable says it was humbling to hear that he made people fall in love with the sport again, what he's really saying is that he tapped into something bigger than himself. And that's what many people don't realize about wrestling: it's not just a performance, it's a shared experience. If you take a step back and think about it, Gable's story raises a deeper question: can you truly enjoy success if it's not on your own terms? He didn't seek the praise, but it found him anyway. And that's the paradox of excellence: sometimes, the more you try to avoid the spotlight, the brighter it shines on you. Personally, I think Gable's discomfort is actually a sign of his integrity. He's not in it for the accolades, he's in it for the craft. And that's why his peers respect him. A detail I find fascinating is how Gable's experience under the mask of El Grande Americano allowed him to explore a different side of himself. Masks in wrestling aren't just costumes, they're personas, identities that let you step outside your comfort zone. What this really suggests is that Gable's success wasn't just about the match, it was about the transformation. He became someone else, and in doing so, he found something new about himself. That's the magic of wrestling: it's not just about the moves, it's about the stories we tell and the people we become in the process. So, what's the takeaway here? In my opinion, Gable's story is a reminder that success isn't just about achieving something great, it's about how you handle it. It's about staying true to yourself, even when the world is telling you how amazing you are. And it's about understanding that the real reward isn't the praise, it's the respect of your peers and the impact you have on others. What this really suggests is that maybe, just maybe, the most successful people are the ones who don't chase success at all. They chase something deeper, something more meaningful. And that's a lesson we can all take to heart, whether we're in the wrestling ring or just navigating our own lives. So, here's my closing thought: what if the key to success isn't in the accolades, but in the discomfort? What if it's in those moments when we feel unworthy, when we're forced to confront our own insecurities and values? Maybe that's where the real growth happens. And maybe, just maybe, that's what makes Chad Gable's story so compelling. It's not just about a great match, it's about a great human being. So, what do you think? Is success more about the praise or the process? Let me know in the comments below, and let's keep this conversation going.